crazy that breastfeeding is like one of the most natural things in the world, but is so unnatural at the same time. Oh, John. Hi, my boys. Everyone tells you babies are so expensive, but like how expensive are they actually? Hello my loves, welcome back to my channel, welcome back to another vlog. If you're new here, welcome to the family. My name is Ella. I do a lot of lifestyle content, vlogs, and usually personal finance videos, although that's definitely taken a bit of a back seat because I just had a baby. I am officially 3 weeks postpartum, which means I have a 3-week-old child. I'm not quite sure how that's happened. My baby is 3 weeks old. Like, where is the time going? I had so much fun vlogging last week. I thought I would bring you guys along again for another few days in my life. I thought we could answer some questions as well as we go about our days. I'm sure this is going to span across multiple days because I just do not have the same amount of time that I normally do, or like used to, should I say. This is my new normal now, which it's crazy. I said this in my last vlog, but motherhood has been a crazy ride already, and I know it's only gonna get crazier. Nick is still off of work. He goes back the week after next. So we're still very much in our little bubble, enjoying this time as a family. We're really just like soaking it up, and vlogging is like a great way to document that. I know I'm gonna look back on these vlogs with such fond memories and be so nostalgic in like a year's time and be like, oh my God, take me back to these moments. And we're living them. We are living them. Yeah, I asked you guys on my Instagram story for some questions. You guys had a lot, and I thought this was a good way to kind of catch up and yeah, just check in, chat. Just spent this morning in the city just having a little mooch around. We've been trying to get out of the house at least once a day, and today's activity was finding a black tie wedding guest dress, a such a tongue twister, breastfeeding friendly black tie wedding dress, which there is a huge gap in the market. I have yet to find one. I am just gonna be like pulling my tit out, unfortunately. I think I found a dress, I'm hoping. Just came back in stock online, so I ordered it and hopefully it fits the vibe, but it's, yeah, been impossible. Couldn't find anything in store, unfortunately, so I placed an order online and hopefully it looks good, hopefully it fits. The girls are girling right now. I mean, they always are, but like especially right now, my boobs have quite literally never been bigger. I have a cheeky 5 minutes to myself before Nick heads to cricket training tonight, and it would just be me and Charlie. So I thought I would answer some questions before I'm in mum mode. First question is from Annika, and she asked, how has your journey been with feeding? 2 weeks postpartum over here, and it's been a lot. Firstly, I'm sending you so much love. Feeding, let me just preface this by saying I am a big believer in fed is best. I went into this pregnancy, postpartum, motherhood journey really hoping that I could breastfeed, but also going in knowing that like there are so many variables and there are so many reasons why people can't breastfeed successfully. Whether you exclusively breastfeed, pump, formula feed, combo feed, whatever your journey looks like, there is no right way or wrong way in my opinion. Unfortunately, there's just some things that are outside of our control. It's crazy that breastfeeding is like one of the most natural things in the world, but is so unnatural at the same time. Like it's very much a learned skill. It's something your baby has to learn and you have to learn. I said this I think in my last vlog, but I credit a lot of our success with breastfeeding and my breastfeeding journey with the NICU stay that we had. As unfortunate as it was to be in the NICU for 4 days, I got really great hands-on advice and experience from these nurses and midwives. They were quite literally like manhandling with permission, like grabbing my tit and being like, this is how you do it. And thank God for that, honestly. Because of that, we were able to establish a really good latch, and I think latch is everything. He is slightly tongue-tied. I'm like tongue-tied, so like that was one of the first things we looked for, but it hasn't affected, touch wood, our feeding journey as of yet. He's latching really well, he's feeding really well. My supply is there as well, which I'm so grateful for. When we were in the NICU, he was on formula, and so I wasn't sure if he was going to have a preference for the bottle, but I think going down every 3-4 hours and breastfeeding on top of him having his formula helped establish that, helped bring in my milk and my supply. I've been really lucky with. I don't know if having a larger chest has anything to do with it. People say it doesn't, and maybe it doesn't, but like, I don't know, to me it just makes sense. Like more breast tissue, more milk ducts perhaps, like more milk. I don't know. Our first couple of days of being home, we switched from formula to just exclusively breastfeeding because he didn't need it anymore. He was up from his birth weight. He actually never lost any weight, which is crazy. Normally I think it's up to like 10% they can lose of their birth weight. He never lost any weight. I switched to exclusively breastfeeding, and Some advice I got, or like just from the research I done, people said to feed on both sides. That did not work for me. He ended up having really bad gas, and I think a lot of it came down to feeding on both sides and him just getting that fore milk rather than the hind milk as well, which is like that calorie dense, like rich milk. The fore milk can be quite, I think it's like the lactate in it can cause like a lot of gas, and I had enough supply, so at the moment we're just feeding on one side and then the next feeding on the other. That's been working really well for us. I don't know if that will change in the future, especially as he grows, if we have to feed on both sides every feed. But yeah, I've been really lucky with my feeding journey. It's been beautiful. That's like one of the only things that has, I don't want to say the only thing that's gone right, like everything in this journey feels right. I don't have any hard feelings about like my labor, delivery, but it wasn't like the plan, you know. Breastfeeding was like a preference, and I'm glad that it's worked out for me. But gosh, there's so much. I've been doing so much Googling, being like, is this normal? Is this normal? Also figuring out positions as well. That's another thing I didn't even consider. We talked about it in one of our antenatal classes. It's like positioning of baby. Having larger boobs is actually a bit of an imposition sometimes. The football hold or like the rugby hold really worked well for us. We've started transitioning to, what's this one, like the cradle hold, now that he's a bit bigger and we're like more established, just because I feel like that one's easier, and especially feeding in public. The football hold is just like quite aggressive, like aggressively being like, I'm breastfeeding. No, there's anything wrong with that, but personally I don't want to be like, that's just me. I feel like this is just, I don't know, it feels a little bit more inconspicuous, but like whatever works, you know. Baby's gotta eat. I fear half of motherhood is constantly changing your clothes because your baby has spewed up on you. I think I'm gonna wear this green set. It's just comfy, cute. I got this from the Lullaby Club. I've been obsessed with all their sets. Not only postpartum, but also pregnancy. They're just so comfortable. Oh, John! Hi, gorgeous boy. I don't know if you can see me right now. I don't even know if I'm in frame. Hello. My microwave. My microwave is in the microwave. My dinner is in the microwave, but I fear that's gonna have to wait because he just wants to be held right now, and that is A-okay. Should we answer some questions? This is so mum coded. My mum asked, how come you look so amazing and your baby is so gorgeous? Is it your mum's genetics? Is it Nini's genetics? Yeah, I think it might be. Lots of questions about you. Yeah, about you. Lots of questions asking how he came up with his name, how he decided on his name. His name is Charlie James. And there's no real deep meaning behind his name. I just liked it. I've always loved the name Charlie. I feel like I'm not in frame at all right now, so sorry. Yeah, I've always loved the name Charlie. Nick happened to like it as well. And you know, when you're just like not early on in your relationship, but like when you're dating, before we were even engaged, we talked about having kids, and I asked him what his favorite kids' names were. I vetoed all of them, of course, but when I said Charlie, he instantly loved it. It's just a name we've always had picked out for you the last 8 years. And then James is Nick's middle name, and it's also my maiden name, my last name. So it kind of has like a double special meaning. We were always planning on using James, whether we had a boy or a girl. That was always going to be their middle name. I think James, bless you. I think James for a girl is so cool. But we just happened to have a boy first. You are putting some funny facials right now. attachment for my big tripod, so you're gonna have to deal with this really unflattering angle. But happy Saturday. I've had a lovely slow morning. I managed to have my coffee and my breakfast uninterrupted. He slept till like 9 o'clock. He's been waking up a couple times in the night. Honestly, it would be like only one time if we didn't sleep in, but we've just been like trying to, you know, catch up on our sleep. We've been going to bed early and then just like sleeping until whenever he sleeps. But this morning, Nick woke up at 7, I woke up at 8, and he slept till 9. So we had like an hour or two between us. We're like, what do we do with ourselves? I know how quickly this can change, but our routine for the last couple of weeks has been going to sleep around like 9:30. He wakes up around 1 a.m, 4 a.m, and then like 7, between 7 and 8. But today he gave us till 9 o'clock, which was so lovely. I've just given him a big feed, big morning feed. And now we're about to head out on a family walk. My friend Carly's coming over. I used to work with her when I worked as a travel agent, which, can you believe, I quit my job 2 years ago. Just came up on my memories the other day. I was like, what in the world? I can't believe it's already been 2 years. And I remember so vividly thinking like, I'm just gonna give it a couple months. My old workplace said like, if you ever want to come back, the door's always open. And so that was like a nice little safety net, and I was really relying on that. I honestly thought I would last like a couple months doing social media full time, and then I'd be back there. Here we are. 2 years later, doing the damn thing, making it work. Crazy. I can't believe how quickly time flies. I can't believe that was 2 years ago. It feels like I left just yesterday, and to like be doing it and like going through the motions, paying myself, keeping a roof over my head, and honestly like thriving, dare I say. Like the stuff I've been able to do in the last 2 years is insane. I'm very proud of myself. And now I have a baby. I have a child. Like this time 2 years ago, we were starting to think about trying for a family, and now he's here. We have our little man. Having a baby, I was saying this to my mum last night, really puts everything into perspective. All the things that were important before just don't feel nearly as important anymore. Yeah, just feeling very, very blessed. Gosh, do I look tired or do I look tired? I actually slept incredibly last night. I got a 73 sleep score, which is unheard of for me. That's probably the best I've slept in like 10 months. I slept so poorly in pregnancy. I suffered with really bad pregnancy insomnia, so newborn tired is like nothing on pregnancy tired. I think it's definitely been an adjustment for Nick, because obviously he didn't deal with that. He's been adjusting really well, getting up in the night with me, changing his nappy, then he passes me over, I feed him, and then we like do the whole thing all over again. But yeah, I have been sleeping so much better, so much deeper, which I wasn't expecting. It's almost like my body knows like you have a limited time to get your sleep in, so like we're gonna give you some deep sleep. I was comparing my sleep score from like 36 weeks pregnant, which was not even at my peak of pregnancy insomnia, to be honest. It was like the beginning of 3rd trimester where I was like really not sleeping. Like I'm talking 3-4 hours of broken sleep a night. And I compared it with this last week, and it's just like night and day. I'm sleeping so much better. It'll be interesting when Nick goes back to work, because we won't have this like extra few hours that we have. Like we kind of just sleep until whenever he sleeps, like 8 or 9 o'clock. Whereas obviously like he'll be having to get ready for work, we want to do our morning routine, but I'm sure we'll figure it out and like find a new routine. Anyway, we're gonna head out on a family walk. Guys, I have no idea what to do with myself. Nick, off his own back, decided to head down to cricket. They have a game on today and tomorrow. He's taken Charlie with him for the first time. So I have no baby with me for the first time in almost a month. I have no idea what to do with myself. Like, what do I do? Do I just stare at photos of my baby on my phone? Because like, I miss him already. It's been 10 minutes. I'm honestly at a loss. I might edit. I have some editing to do. This video, also some short form content. I might just spend the time editing, and that sounds so ideal. Technically work doesn't feel like work. Uninterrupted editing time. Isn't that a novelty these days? I've been pumping most mornings. I've been using the, I think it's Lecevo is how you pronounce it. Lecevo pump. Just looks like this. Well, this is the top of it. I have all my pump parts sterilizing at the moment, but it's a hands-free pump. I've been loving it. I've just been doing it on one side every morning, and I've already started quite a stash. Some in here, I've got some more down there. So Nick took some frozen breast milk and a bottle just in case, which gives me a few hours to do whatever I want. I don't even know what to do with myself. I have no idea where my phone is, but it's 4:19 p.m. Nick has been out for a couple of hours. He just texted me and said baby boy is doing well. He's settled. He took a bottle. He's just chilling. I've had like 2 hours of uninterrupted editing time, which feels incredible. I've like edited most of this vlog. I caught up on some short form content. I actually have no idea what to do with myself. I spent like a good 10 minutes just scrolling through my photos, just staring at my child. Like, I'm so obsessed with him. I think I'm gonna take a break. I'm gonna make some lactation cookies. I made these before I gave birth and just froze them, and they have been the best go-to snack, especially one-handed. That's the thing. I think that's the question I got. I have no idea where my phone is, but one of the questions I got was like, what is the one thing that has surprised you the most about motherhood? There's been a few things. How quickly you learn to do things one-handed, insane. If you are doing any postpartum meal prep, I really recommend quick, like one-handed snacks. We've eaten through the stash that I made, so I'm gonna make some more. I think I have all the ingredients for that. And I'll have the recipe that I used linked down below. One of you guys recommended it. I actually make the bar version and then I can just chop them up and freeze them away. Other thing that surprised me about motherhood, gas. I was saying this to my friend Carly earlier when she came to visit. She came over for a coffee and I was just saying, like, I did not appreciate how many noises that come out of such a small child, like the farts, insane. But just like how important burping and passing gas is. I think I really underestimated that. Dare I say we have quite an easy baby. I have nothing to compare it to, but I feel like he is just like a happy, chill baby. And I say this all knowing that things can change because people are just like, just wait. Like, your baby's chill now. He's only 4 weeks old. Like, just wait. I've already had so many comments and messages like that. I know. I can only speak from my experience now and how he is right now. He is a chill, happy baby for the most part. 9 times out of 10, if he's not happy, it's because of gas. I just, did not appreciate how important that was. Night 2 and 3, when we first got home from the hospital, were pretty rough because of gas. Their underdeveloped digestive systems really lead to a lot of problems. So Infocol's been really helpful. Burping, just like figuring out things that work. And sometimes like literally nothing works and you just kind of have to ride the wave. But yeah, it's probably been the biggest thing. Most of the time, if he's fussy, it's because of gas or he's like overtired, overstimulated. Witching hour as well is very much a thing. I feel like as soon as 5-6 o'clock hits, he's awake. And he is awake until we go to bed. He's also not like the happiest during those hours, unfortunately. Those have been like the most surprising. What else? I completely underestimated how much I could love my husband, or like how much more I could love my husband. I thought I loved him before and I did love him. I do love him. I feel like having a child has completely unlocked this other layer and like new level to our relationship, which I did not even know was possible. And I just feel so obsessed with my husband and so grateful for him. Like right now, he is out. Just, I have no worries. He is so capable. He is so hands-on. He is just like the best. And I feel so supported postpartum. I think that's honestly made most of my postpartum experience. He's still home right now. He's not at work. So I have that hands-on teammate. Like, he's very much 50-50 with me, even though I'm exclusively breastfeeding. Everything else, like my husband just takes care of it. He's been taking care of the house, taking care of Charlie with every other need. He's an absolute ninja at nappy and outfit changes now. He's not only hands-on with our son, but also with me and supporting me and my recovery. And yeah, I just completely underestimated how much more I could love my husband. And that's on motherhood. But it was really good to see my friend Carly today. Do you want to see what she got us? She's so sweet. She already gave us a gift, so this was so unnecessary. Look how stinking cute this is. We don't really have much 0 to 3 month clothing, so this is actually perfect. And we are heading into the winter season, so I know he's gonna wear this so much. From Jack and Millie. Look how cute, like the little koalas, I can't. And anything zippy, obsessed. Anyway, let's make these lactation cookies, shall we? been a few days since I picked up the camera. I feel like I have not been the best at vlogging this week. My son has well and truly woken up to the world, which has been fun. But he is loving the contact naps, especially during the day. At night, he's still an angel, touch wood. We got like a 5.5 hour stretch the other night, which felt stunning, but during the day he's not vibing being in the bassinet or like being put down. He's fine in the pram, loves the car, but most of the time just like wants to be in our arms. It makes sense developmentally when you look into it. It's around this stage their nervous system is like rapidly developing. They just want to be with you, and contact napping to like regulate their nervous system. So we're enjoying the contact naps. Definitely been making the most of the carrier. I'm going to do a whole video on like baby essentials, things that we bought for the baby Charlie. I've gotten so used to saying baby boy and like baby rather than using his name, because for so long like obviously we weren't sharing it, and now I have to like turn my mind to actually calling him by his name, Charlie, little CJ. Yeah, I'm gonna do a whole baby essentials video either on TikTok and Instagram, or maybe I've tracked like every single dollar, so maybe I could do like a whole budget breakdown video on YouTube as well if you guys want to see that. Everyone tells you babies are so expensive, but like how expensive are they actually? I've got the numbers. You know when they are expensive? When you go shopping for them. I was trying to fill a void. I'm sad because Nick's coming back to work next week, which I'm excited because I feel like I'm gonna find my own routine, and like what a privilege to be a stay-at-home mum, essentially. I don't know, like what am I? I'm planning on getting back into work slowly over the next few weeks. So like will be working, but I'll also be at home full time with him. So like, what does that make me? A stay-at-home working mum? I don't know. I'm excited and I feel ready to like find my own routine and, you know, have our days, structure our days ourselves. At the same time, I am kind of scared to not have my partner in crime and like have my teammate. We've just been in our little bubble for the last 6 weeks and it's been so beautiful, so special. And the thought of not having that and not having someone to like bounce ideas off of and just like take over when we need, it's gonna be hard. I mean, I'm really lucky I have my mom, Nick's mom, so like I have people around me, I have friends, but day to day, Monday to Friday, it's gonna be interesting. I'm sure we'll find our own groove, but the thought of it is a little bit daunting anyway. To make myself feel better, I've been doing some online shopping. We also don't really have much 0 to 3 month clothing. To be honest, we didn't really buy that many clothes. We got given a ton like of hand-me-downs from one of my mum's neighbors, which was so sweet of her. And honestly, like we've used all of that. So many newborn onesies, which have come in handy. A lot of people told us don't even bother buying any newborn clothes because their babies didn't even fit into it. Charlie was born at 3.2 kilos, which is like 7 pounds. So very average. He's only now just starting to grow out of newborn clothes. And some brands are still fitting him. Like Bonds, I feel like runs really large, but some of the other stuff he's starting to grow out of. So we're sizing up. We had a midwife appointment yesterday. She weighed him. He's officially 4.4 kilos. And I think at his last appointment, which was like 10, 11 days ago, he was 3.8. So he's quite literally gained 600 grams in like 10, 11 days. So he's a chunky boy, chunky Charlie. They were having a sale on Bonds, so I could not pass this up. Like, look at this little rugby top and the matching pants. We don't really have a lot of sets. We've kind of just been living in the onesies, which is fine, but this is a bit more fun. 0 to 3 months, I got in that, and then the same with the top. We can mix and match. I also got the rugby onesie. I can't, in like the mustard color. This is too much. Nick loves his rugby tops, so I feel like they're gonna be matching in the winter time. It's gonna be so cute. Also got this little stripy onesie, so cute. This vest, it was like $16-17 on sale. You're joking me. You are joking me. Little teddy fleece. I can't. I also went to Best and Less yesterday. Best and Less, dare I say, killing it with the kids clothes. Even the women's range, they have the cutest Easter range at the moment. So I got this hot cross bun. Stop. It's too much. And so affordable. I think these were like $6-7. I think this was 10. And then these ones were like 6. Little bunny onesie. This one, it says every bunny loves me. I can't. The girl stuff was even cuter. And then we could not pass up this puffer vest. Are you kidding me? It was $12. I don't know how practical this is, but we got it anyway. I thought before I end off this vlog, I would answer a couple more questions from Instagram. A lot of you guys asked about our travel plans now that we have a baby, if we're going to be doing any more travel. Travel has always been like such a huge part of my life, and I would love to continue to do it, especially while we only have one child and while he's a potato. Nick also gets 18 weeks paid parental leave, so we'll be taking that, I think, towards the end of the year. We're not quite 100% sure on dates, but yeah, we're going to do a Europe trip. That's like the goal, the plan. Will it look like previous travel? Absolutely not. I know it's going to look entirely different, and we're going to have to take things a lot slower, just really lower expectations in terms of what we're able to do and see. We actually went to the post office yesterday to try and get a newborn passport photo. We were in there for like half an hour and we ended up being like, yeah, this is not working. His eyes have to be open for it, and he was dead asleep. Like, of course, the one time he's sound asleep and nothing is waking him was like the one time we needed his eyes open. So we're gonna go back in a couple of weeks when he's like a little bit more alert. They said it's a little bit easier the older they get, obviously. So just the bin man. Yeah, there we go. You tell them. Problem is we don't want to leave it too long because the UK have these new passport rules. I need a UK passport because I was born there now, rather than just entering on my Australian passport like I've done every other time I've been there. I now need a UK one, and Charlie does as well because he's my son. Technically he's half English, like dual citizen. So not only do we have to get an Australian passport but also an English one. So that's like a whole faff around, whole process. Nick needs to renew his Australian passport as well. Are we going to be in separate lines when we go through immigration? I guess. Like, I don't know how this actually works, but it's a bit of a process. So we need to get that sorted. Very early days, but would you have a C-section for your next baby if you have one? This is a great question. Honestly, my C-section experience was so positive. I would definitely consider it. I would love to try for a VBAC, but at the same time, like, I'm not wedded to the idea. How is the recovery going post C-section? It's going really well. I think because I was able to stay so active for the entirety of my pregnancy up until like 41 weeks, when I was induced, being able to still exercise and move my body like that has really served me well postpartum. I think for me the hardest thing was like mentally not being able to get up and like do what I normally do. That was quite hard. We spent the first 4 days in the hospital and I was just being wheeled down to the NICU every time I had to feed Charlie, so I didn't really think about it so much. I was like in hospital, so it felt like the place to recover and to like take things slow, if that makes sense. It was only when we got home and I wanted to like go out for a walk and like, I don't know, do things. Even like going to the shops, I had to be so strategic about how I got around the shopping center because I couldn't walk very far. So that was really hard, like mentally feeling almost trapped a little bit. Now at 4 weeks postpartum, I feel almost 100% better, which is amazing. So many questions asking how I'm going. You look like you're doing amazing with your little dude. Thank you so much. Overall, I'm doing really well. Mentally, emotionally, physically, I feel pretty good. I'm obviously tired. I can't really string a sentence together. This video is probably gonna be so choppy because I'm just like umming and ahhing and like tripping over my words every 5 seconds. Yeah, overall I'd say I'm doing well. Like I feel like we're both adjusting quite well. Motherhood is something that I have been anticipating and have been looking forward to so much, and it's just so beautiful to be in this season finally and to be experiencing it. I will say you don't see everything on social media, and I never want to portray my life as like sunshine and rainbows. Like we've had the absolute easiest time ever. I'm very cognizant of what I choose to share online, especially of my son, and you don't see all the hard moments. You don't see him crying the house down. It's not my first instinct to pick up my camera when we are experiencing those really vulnerable, hard moments. There's only so much I'm willing to share, if that makes sense. And so yeah, I don't want it to come across like la-di-da-di-da, like this has been the easiest transition of my life. It's actually been quite a challenge. I said this in my last vlog, but like everything changes in an instant and like nothing can prepare you for that. You think you know what you're getting yourself in for, but like you literally have no idea. And like people can tell you and like you know it, but like until you experience it firsthand, like there's nothing that can really prepare you for that. I don't say this to scare anyone, but like yeah, it's a lot. It's a big transition. It's also a beautiful one, and there's just been so many beautiful moments, and yeah, I'm really enjoying it. I'm doing well overall. I mean, it's only been 4 weeks as well. Like I also need to give myself grace. Last question is, how are you managing to get out of the house? I'm 2 weeks postpartum and struggling. Firstly, I'm sending you so much love. Postpartum is no joke. And I saw this quote the other day, something about like no two mothers are mothering the same way. Everyone has such a different baby with different needs, different circumstances, with a different village and different experiences, different needs. There's like so many variables. It's easy to really compare, especially with social media these days. For me, getting out of the house is just like the best thing for my mental health, so it's something that I really prioritize, and it's definitely been easier because I have Nick with me. We can like tag team, and it just feels so much less daunting having him with me. Something I'm still going to try and do when he does go back to work, and like get out of the house at least once a day. But I think going in with like very low, like actually no expectations, like knowing that worst case scenario, he screams, cries, and you have to leave, like that's literally the worst case scenario. And so I think when you go in knowing that you can leave at any point, it just makes it so much less daunting. And like 9 times out of 10, it's been a wonderful, beautiful experience, and he's just slept or just like chilled in our arms half the time. But again, it depends on like baby's temperament, whatever stage they're at, like so many variables. I think having someone with you definitely makes it a lot less daunting. And yeah, just stripping back all those expectations, knowing that you can leave at any point, starting off small. Like we went to a coffee shop the first time we left the house. We ordered our coffee takeaway, so if he lost his mind, we could dip and we still had our coffee with us. Anyway, that is all for today. I'm gonna wrap up this vlog, quickly edit it, and hopefully get it up tonight for you guys. I hope you've been enjoying the YouTube uploads. I've definitely been enjoying editing. It makes me feel like me again, something that brings me a lot of joy and is like a nice creative outlet. Hopefully you guys have been enjoying the vlogs. I'm excited to get back into creating more, hopefully doing an April reset this month perhaps, and getting back into all my short form content as well, dipping my toes back into budgeting and personal finance stuff as well. I know it's been very motherhood focused right now, but that's literally all that's been my life for the last month. I'm kind of ready to start dipping my toes back into other things. Yeah, I love you guys so much. Thank you so much for watching this. Thank you so much for all your support. I love you, and I'll see you very soon for another video. Bye guys.